This is the Meta 1 month overview reading for the month of December 2022. It's currently November 23rd, 2022, 7:32 p.m. Eastern Time. The overall theme and behavior, we have a notable peak. It'll stand out on a year-to-date chart, probably a notable peak. And we move higher through resistance, through an important resistance level on a 1 month chart. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through the same price level. And my sense is that we do that towards there's a higher. It looks like there's a higher high in January. But there looks to be like a decline probably into it, right? Like a decline and then a higher high. So protection towards the end of the month is advised, and it looks like towards the towards the third or fourth week, somewhere in there, there's a notable move to the upside. It'll stand out on a 1 month chart. There's a cash out opportunity, and then a notable decline, and it looks like we probably finish at a high. It's a little interesting because we have correlations here on the 5th to the move higher through resistance and then break back down through the same price level. But then we have a high correlator over here on the 29th. My sense is that the 29th is the high for the month. And there's probably an important crest here on the 5th as well. So the behavior around the month's high for December, it's an important price level, and we'll kind of price action will kind of flatten out around that price level, giving it away. My sense is that it's probably like this level right here. Like there, or maybe here. Like 129.50 to 126.50 kind of area. But if there is a really big move to the upside, then it could be this one as well, the 156. That would be a pretty significant move, though. Behavior around the month's low, we have 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level, confirming a bullish trend. It'll be a cross upward, a cross back downwards, and then a cross back upwards, and it'll confirm a bullish trend. Sometimes that bullish trend doesn't hold, sometimes it does. It really depends, but it confirms it nonetheless. On the 1st, we have a notable move higher. It's an unexpected move higher. It'll stand out on a 1 month chart. I'm advised that there'll be a significant decline imminent. It looks like that decline, like there's a peak on the 1st, 2nd, and then a decline on the 2nd, a notable decline there. But then on the 5th, we push back up to the upside again. It'll be a prominent rally standing out on a 1 month chart, and that offers an opportunity to open up a short position. We'll hit an important resistance level. We'll rally into an important resistance level. And then on the 6th, there's a peak, an overbought peak or crest that we have a sell-off from. Into the 7th, that decline continues into the 7th. Looks like we probably have a significant low there that'll stand out, on a trough or low that'll stand out on a 1 month. We fall through a significant support level that we had recently fallen through once before, so probably on the 2nd is my sense. And then on the 8th, we have, towards the end of the day on the 7th, there's a notable move higher. They'll stand out on at least a 1 day chart, but probably on a 1 month chart. And on the 8th, that move higher continues into the 8th, confirming a bullish trend. Looks like that resistance level, that strife resistance level that we hit on the 5th, it's revisited on the 8th, 9th. There's a trough between like on the cusp of the 8th and the 9th, and then another big move on the 9th to reach for distant resistance. It'll be like almost an irrational move to the upside. Then we'll have on the 12th sideways fluidity along a key support level on a 1 month chart. So sideways fluidity, equal amounts of bulls and bears, inflow, outflow. You might have big swings, you might have a narrow range, but generally speaking, the price at the start of the change card is relatively close to what the price will be at the end of at the conclusion of the change card. So a lot of sideways action there. Not sure how much of a swing there'll be there. Well, this is Mercury retrograde. The 12th was when the influence starts, so we're probably going to be quite some volatility in here. On the 13th, we are bound by a range. Looks like it's the bottom end of a range. We'll have another important trough there towards the end of the day on the 13th. And it looks like we probably rally. There's a fast sudden move higher out of that trough, but that rally ends on the 14th with a notable decline through a key support level on a 1 month chart. And that brings us to one of the most prominent of the lows, it looks like, for the month of December. Towards the end of the day, it looks like on the 15th. Now, I'm going to say 15th, 16th, because the 16th is the death card, and that in a lot of cases is a prominent bottom. So we probably go like from a low on the 15th into another, like a low, or like there's a cusp low there, somewhere around there. But prominent trough, prominent low, it'll stand out on a 1 month chart there between the 15th and the 16th. On the 19th, Congress is highlighted. Either that or like some sort of legislative litigation, like something like that, something legal may be highlighted. And there's a holding pattern as well as a pop and drop when some sort of decision or news comes out. On the 20th, we have a breakout on a 1 month chart. There's a breakout there on the 20th, and there's a peak that'll stand out towards the beginning of the day on the 20th. We sell from that peak or crest down to another prominent low or trough on the 21st. It's a peak. It's a prominent peak that we have a notable sell-off. It'll stand out. The peak and the sell-off will stand out on a 1 month chart. On the 22nd, we have volatility, and there's a resistance level that's highlighted. It's a good mean point to open up like a straddle or strangle, utilizing that as the mean point. Saying to me that we probably see a lower low at the end of the month, and then it looks like we have a higher high in January. On the 23rd, a significant amount of price movement takes place on the 23rd. It looks like out of a trough or low towards the beginning of the day there. Big move to the upside standing out on a 1 month chart. Then the 26th we have off. Looks like we probably have like so we probably, all right, we gapped down on the 27th, and there's a notable move to the upside again, a big move standing out on a 1 month chart at least, relatively similar to the move on the 23rd. And then on the 28th, we visit a support level, a key support level. It looks like a decline starts off of that big move higher on the 27th, and there's a key support level that's highlighted on the 28th in a prominent trough or low that'll stand out, followed by a prominent high either on the 29th or the 30th or both. On the 29th, there's some sideways fluctuations with a bearish trend, but it does precede a rally, and somewhere between the 29th and the 30th, there's a notable rally there because we sell from a peak, near overbought peak or crest, roughly on the 30th. Might be on the next trading day though. Like it looks like there's probably a month's high there between the 29th and the 30th. Sneak preview for the following month is that decline that increases with momentum moving forward into the month. And my sense is that takes place after reaching a prominent high for the year, and a higher high than we had here in December. Another thing to point out that's it's noteworthy, guys, is that we have the entire court of discs in this reading. I've never seen like an entire court of one suit in a reading together. We have the Queen of Discs, and another thing to note is that 3 of those 4 take place as local lows. So we have the Queen of Discs, we have the Knight of Discs, we have the Prince of Discs, and the Princess of Discs is up here at a prominent low as well. So at a low as well. So there's a significant support level here that's highlighted, and there's probably something going on like with the executives, maybe some sort of financial restructuring, or hopefully not a scandal. I don't think there's a scandal. I don't see anything that would say scandal, but there's some sort of financial restructuring or some sort of like situation that's very much like entwined with finance, and all of the executives seem to be involved in that. All right, guys, that's Meta for December 2022. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Guys, please support the channel by going to our website, tarotfortraders.com, signing up for the 1 month for Meta. That way you can ensure that we'll continue to have these Meta readings come out every month ahead of the month. Otherwise, they get kind of sporadic. But when somebody's paying for them, they're every single month, and it really does support the channel. That's what we're hoping people will do with this holiday season, my friends. With that said, make sure when you make money from this reading that you follow that rule of karma. It is the whole reason for the channel. Take a little bit of that money and pay it forward to somebody that's not expecting it. You know, make their day. Maybe they don't even know it came from you. Find a way to like drop it in their pocket or something, you know? A little bit of that profit back to the channel. Make sure the channel can survive and keep growing and move forward, and much appreciated by me and the team here. And then make sure whatever you spend that profit out of, all of that profit, make sure you spend it out of love. As long as you spend it out of love, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions. It's like when you make one good deed, it multiplies like infinite times into the multiverse. So you're like creating a good deed in so many other realities. It's just like, it's a beautiful thing, my friends. With that said, have a great holiday season, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, this is the Q&A for price levels. For those of you interested, the shuffle video was created on, it was actually recorded earlier than this, but it was put into this file, created in this file folder on November 20th, 2022.
This is the Meta 1 month overview reading for December 2022. It's currently November 19th, 2022, approximately 10:45 p.m. Eastern. And one share of Meta currently, it costs $112.05.
There's some clear kinetics here. Yep,
oh.
Boom. Look at that, right on time. Is December highest high price level taking place on? Is Meta's December 2022 highest high price level taking place on the 29th of December 2022? No. Is Meta's December 2022 highest high price level taking place on December 30th, 2022? Yes. All right, so there's that high on the 30th. Let's see. Is Meta's lowest price level for December 2022 taking place on the 15th? No. Is Meta's lowest price level for December 2022 taking place on December 16th, 2022? Maybe. Interesting. Does the lowest price level for Meta in December 2022 appear on the 16th and on another day in December 2022? Yes. do we visit the price level of Meta's low on the 16th of December 2022 again on December 21st, 2022? No. Interesting. So where is it? Where is it? Do we see Meta's lowest price level of December 2022 taking place on the 22nd of December 2022? Yes. Does the lowest price level of December 2022 for Meta take place more than twice in the month of December 2022? Yes. Wow, where else does it go? That would make sense. We've got this support, right? All of these, we've got this support, right? We've got, this is probably the same support. It's another thing because they're all in the low position, so it's a really significant support there. So we would visit it more than once. So it's on the 22nd and the 16th. Maybe on the 7th or the 2nd. Let's see. Just want to make sure I notate this. Is the lowest price level of Meta shares in the month of December 2022 taking place on the 7th of December 2022? No. Is the lowest price level of December 2022 for Meta shares taking place on the 2nd of December 2022? Yes. And I'm advised to be cautious. Claire Kinetics Prudence card flew out of the deck. These should be turned. Fill this one in. So when it's a filled in star, it means it's most likely location for the highest high or the lowest low. All right, guys, that's Meta shares for December 2022. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.